Hey guys, be sure to check out all of our college football pick content over at our main website, stumpthespread.com, linked in the video description, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to continue to get all of our college football pick video plays throughout the season. So heading into today's video, going to be talking about this matchup here between Illinois and South Florida. Both of these teams right now standing 2-0 on the year. Illinois actually playing pretty well for themselves right now, even though both of their wins coming at home against Group of 5 teams, respectable opponents nonetheless, getting past Ball State by a final of 24-21, and then last week getting by a Western Kentucky team that's expected to maybe potentially play for their conference championship this year, getting that win by a final of 20-7. So certainly Illinois should feel good about what they've been able to do in terms of starting off 2-0 against respectable competition, and now they get another step up in competition today as they head out on the road to take on a top 25 opponent. But South Florida, we were really high on this team last year, but their head coach moved on. They bring in Charlie Strong, and we just don't think this team is nearly as good under their new coaching staff, and we've been seeing that throughout the first 2 weeks of play. It really became evident early on in that first game on the road against San Jose State that South Florida was just not going to be the same type of squad this year. Although they ended up beating San Jose State by 20 points, that was a real struggle for the Bulls there for a couple of quarters, and then they went on to rally. But then last week, only beating Stony Brook at home by a final of 31-17, a lower division foe. Certainly you would have expected South Florida to perform a bit better than that, but again, Charlie Strong didn't have any success over at Texas with every resource in the world. Now coming over to the South Florida team that does bring back a lot of veteran talent from last year's 2016 team that saw a ton of success, but early on anyways, we just haven't been seeing that same enthusiasm that we saw out of the Bulls last year. So again, the road team here, Illinois, in their last outing beating Western Kentucky by a final of 20-7. In that one, the Illini were able to limit what the Western Kentucky offense was able to do, giving up just 6 yards rushing. Of course, Western Kentucky is a pass-first squad, but still just giving up 238 yards through the air, respectable against a team that loves to throw the ball around. And then offensively, Illinois themselves, they tried to play more of a game management situation where they certainly focused more on rushing the ball to try to milk that clock. 50 rush attempts there for Illinois, picking up nearly 200 yards. And then passing-wise, QB Crouch put up 107 yards through the air on just 25 pass attempts. And today going against the South Florida team, who last week in that 31-17 win over Stony Brook, Quentin Flowers, he's a special player, but offensively was somewhat limited there against Stony Brook, putting up 186 yards through the air, 2 TDs to 1 INT. And then the ground game picked up 153 yards and 2 TDs on 49 carries, but certainly not the kind of dominating offensive performance that we've come to know from the South Florida squad, especially obviously last year with what they were able to do. But through the first 2 weeks this year, South Florida not looking like near the threat and the cohesive unit offensively as we were seeing from them under their previous coaching regime. So heading into this one, South Florida finds themselves as about 18-point favorites, and this spread has actually gone away from Illinois, more so giving Illinois more points here, which we'll take given the fact that Illinois, they're overperforming expectations right now. Now going on the road with a lot of confidence against a South Florida team that doesn't look like near the threat that they have been recently under head coach Charlie Strong. So now we feel like Illinois getting these 18 points is a pretty solid value bet. Illinois is probably going to be looking to milk the clock again this week like they did last week against a potent Western Kentucky offensive unit, really slow things down. And as a result, these points have even more value if Illinois is going to be able to capitalize on that particular strategy. So again, we are going to go ahead, side with the road team, taking the 18 points as our pick video play for today's action. And again, guys, to get all of our college football picks, be sure to head on over to our main website, stumpthespread.com, linked in the video description, and click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel to continue to get all of our college football pick video plays throughout the season. So thanks for stopping on in. We hope to see you guys in future videos. Bye.